Listen to me closely, because I am only going to say this once, and I need you to actually hear me. Not just listen while you are scrolling through your feed looking for the next hit of cheap dopamine. Look at the calendar. It is coming. The most expensive, delusional, and pathetic night of the year is approaching like a freight train loaded with fireworks and overdraft fees. And you are standing right on the tracks with a glass of cheap sparkling wine in your hand, smiling like a complete idiot. I am talking about New Year's Eve, the night where the entire matrix collectively decides to hallucinate that a change in a digit on a calendar somehow changes the reality of their miserable, indebted, enslaved lives. You are about to witness, or God forbid, participate in, the greatest ritual of the modern slave. A ceremony where you burn the fruits of your labor to worship the god of New Year, New Me, while remaining exactly the same person who cannot pay off a credit card balance to save their life. I want you to visualize this scene right now. Picture the club, or the bar, or the friend's rented Airbnb that they cannot afford. The air smells like desperate perfume, stale beer, and anxiety masked by cologne. The music is so loud you cannot think, which is exactly the point, because if you could think, you would realize you are surrounded by other rats in the race, all squeaking in unison as the clock ticks down. You see the guy in the corner ordering bottle service with a card that has an interest rate of 29%. You see the girl posting a story on Instagram about her best year yet, while she is secretly terrified about her student loan payments resuming in January. This is the zoo. This is the farm, and you are the cattle. Why does this trigger me? Why am I furious? Because I see potential being flushed down the toilet of social expectation. I see people who claim they want freedom, who claim they want to escape the rat race, and then, like clockwork, they hand their wallet over to the system for one night of fabricated euphoria. You are working 50, 60 hours a week, trading the limited hours of your life, your biological energy, for fiat currency, and then you take at life force and set it on fire because society told you that you need to celebrate. Celebrate what? What exactly are you celebrating? That you survived another trip around the sun without accruing any assets? That you managed to pay the minimums on your debts for 12 months straight? That you are 1 year older, 1 year closer to death, and not $1 richer in real terms? It is insanity. It is a mass psychosis. Let us dissect this with brutal honesty. The system, the matrix, loves New Year's Eve. It is their harvest festival. This is when they shear the sheep. They sell you the idea of a reset. They tell you that January 1st is a magical portal where your bad habits, your financial illiteracy, and your laziness disappear. So you feel entitled to one last hurrah. You say things like, "I deserve this," or "one night won't hurt." That is the voice of the loser inside you. That is the inner rat squealing for cheese. And I have identified 7 specific archetypes of broke people who are about to ruin their financial future on this single night. I want you to look in the mirror while I describe them, and if you see yourself, do not look away. Let it burn. First, we have the "I deserve it" martyr. This is the person who hates their job, hates their boss, and hates their commute. They have suffered for 364 days. They view their paycheck not as capital to buy freedom, but as compensation for pain. So when New Year's Eve comes, they engage in revenge spending. They are trying to heal a spiritual wound with a $300 dinner. They think, "I worked hard, I can buy this bottle." No, you worked hard, so you should keep the money. When you spend it, you are validating the slavery. You are telling the system, "Yes, hurt me all year. Just give me this one night of feeling like a king, and I will get back in the cage on Tuesday." You are trading months of freedom for 4 hours of feeling important. That is not a reward. That is a sedative. Then you have the social climber, or as I call them, the premium poor. This is the most dangerous category because they look successful. They are wearing a suit that costs $1,000, but they have $0 in their investment account. They are at the VIP table. They are buying rounds for strangers. They are terrified that someone might discover they are actually living paycheck to paycheck. They believe that if they project wealth, they will attract wealth. Let me do some napkin math for you right now. If you spend $500 on a table share and drinks to impress people who do not care about you, and you did that every year for 30 years, and instead you had put that money into a boring index fund, compounding at 8 or 10%, and added the monthly cost of maintaining that fake image, you are literally setting fire to hundreds of thousands of dollars of future equity. The social climber is wearing golden handcuffs. They look shiny, but they are heavy, and they are locked tight. Third is the new year, new me delusional. This person does not just spend money on the party. They spend money on the fantasy of the person they will be in January. They buy the expensive gym membership on December 31st. They buy the organic meal plan. They buy the new wardrobe for the new them. They spend thousands of dollars setting up a life they do not have the discipline to live. The system loves this. The fitness industry makes its entire year's profit off the January signups who quit by February. You are buying a costume of a successful person instead of doing the ugly, boring work of actually becoming one. You are paying a stupidity tax for your lack of willpower. Fourth, we have the family ATM. This is the person who feels guilty. Maybe they did not visit enough. Maybe they feel inadequate. So they host the party. They buy the expensive cuts of meat. They buy the fireworks. They want to be the provider. They want to be the big shot for their cousins and in-laws. They put the entire grocery bill on a credit card that they will be paying off until next Christmas. Listen to me. If your family only loves you when you are feeding them shrimp cocktails and pouring expensive wine, you do not have a family. You have parasites. You are buying affection with money you do not have. That is not love. That is prostitution of your financial soul. Fifth is the YOLO consumer. This is the nihilist. They say, we could die tomorrow, so let's party tonight. They use existential dread as an excuse to be financially irresponsible. You can't take it with you, they say. You know what else you can't take with you? The stress of being evicted when you are 65 because you have no retirement savings. You know what you can leave behind? Generational trauma and poverty for your children. The YOLO mindset is the philosophy of a child. It is the refusal to acknowledge that the future exists and that you will likely be there, suffering the consequences of the decisions you are making right now. Sixth, the crypto gambler bro. He is down 60% on his portfolio, but he is popping bottles because he is convinced the next bull run starts in January. He is spending his future profits. He is leveraging money he thinks he will have. This is toxic leverage. He is celebrating a victory that hasn't happened yet. He is treating the market like a casino and his bank account like an infinite resource. He will be the one screaming the loudest at midnight, trying to drown out the voice in his head that knows he is one bad trade away from moving back into his mother's basement. And finally, the seventh type, the escapist traveler. This person flies to Tulum or Bali or New York City for the ball drop. They spend 3 months of rent on a 4-day trip. They say they are paying for experiences and memories. Let me tell you about the memory you are buying. You are buying the memory of stress when you get back and check your bank balance. You are buying the experience of being a tourist in a place designed to extract maximum currency from your pocket. You are not traveling. You are being processed. You are a unit of GDP for the tourism industry. You return home exhausted, broke, and further behind than when you left. Do you see the pattern? Do you see the trap? The system has designed these archetypes. They want you to fit into one of them. They want you to associate spending with happiness. They want you to believe that the passage of time is an achievement. It is not. Time passes for the rock and the tree just as it passes for you. The difference is the tree grows. Are you growing? Or are you just swelling with debt and inflammation? Let's talk about the mathematics of this stupidity. I call it math of the damned. Let us say you spend $300 on New Year's Eve. Just $300. To the average broke person, that doesn't seem like much. It's just one night, you say. But you have to earn about $450 pre-tax to have that $300.
If you make $20 an hour, that is over 22 hours of your life. You traded 3 full days of work, 3 days of waking up early, commuting, dealing with idiots, stressing out, just to piss it away in 6 hours of drinking that poisons your liver and makes you slower the next day. You are trading life for a headache. But it gets worse. If you invested that $300 and you added to it every time you wanted to buy something stupid, over a lifetime, we are talking about the difference between retiring in dignity or greeting people at a department store when you're 75 years old. Every dollar you spend on status or a celebration is a soldier you are killing before it can fight for your freedom. You are a general slaughtering your own army because you want to hear the crowd cheer for a minute. You need to understand the concept of mental sovereignty. The reason you feel the need to go out, to spend, to be seen, is because you do not own your own mind. The marketers own it. The peer pressure owns it. Your insecurities own it. You are a puppet. When the calendar hits December 31st, the puppet master pulls the strings, and you dance. You dance all the way to the bar. You dance all the way to the ATM. You dance while they pick your pockets, and you smile, because everyone else is dancing too. That is the definition of the herd. That is the cattle mentality. Safety in numbers, even if the numbers are marching off a cliff. I want you to get angry. I want you to look at that invitation to the party and feel a visceral disgust. I want you to look at the New Year's Eve packages at the local clubs, hundreds of dollars for a bottle of vodka that costs $20 at the store, and I want you to feel insulted. They think you are stupid. They are banking on you being stupid. They have built their entire business model on the assumption that you are a desperate, validation-seeking rat who cannot do basic arithmetic. Prove them right, and you deserve to be broke. Prove them wrong, and you start the path to freedom. So, what is the alternative? What does the CEO of Rats do? What does a sovereign individual do? You reject the premise. You refuse to participate. You stay home. You sit in silence. You look at your bank account. You look at your net worth. You look at the cold, hard reality of your life without the filter of alcohol or loud music. It might hurt. Good. Let it hurt. Pain is data. If you are broke, you should not be celebrating. You should be planning. You should be strategizing. You should be plotting your escape from the prison. Imagine starting January 1st, not with a hangover, not with a lighter wallet, not with regret, but with a clear head, a full bank account, and a savage determination to crush the year. While the zombies are waking up at 2 p.m., reaching for the aspirin, and checking their credit card statements with one eye closed because they are afraid to see the number, you are already up. You have already worked out. You have already read. You have already executed. You are 6 hours ahead of them on day one. By the end of the year, you will be light years ahead. This is about delayed gratification, but it is more than that. It is about dopamine arbitrage. The world is addicted to cheap dopamine. The likes, the sugar, the spending, the noise. You need to become addicted to the slow, heavy, deep satisfaction of building something real. Building wealth. Building a body. Building a mind that cannot be manipulated by a beer commercial. The premium poor will laugh at you. They will say you are boring. They will say you have to live a little. Look at them. Look at their eyes. They are tired. They are scared. They are projecting their own fear of missing out onto you. They need you to validate their bad decisions.
If you stay home, you hold a mirror up to their stupidity, and they hate that. Let them hate. Their hate is fuel. Their broke opinions are irrelevant. Do not take financial advice from people who are financing their genes. This New Year's Eve is a test. It is a filter. It separates the wheat from the chaff, the lions from the sheep, the masters from the slaves. If you go out and blow your rent money, you have failed. You have signed another 1-year contract with the Matrix. You have agreed to remain a battery for the system. But if you resist, if you hold the line, if you keep your money in your pocket and your mind in the game, you are declaring war. You are saying, I am not your customer. I am not your product. I am your nightmare. I am the one who woke up. I want you to type a phrase in the comments right now to show me you are awake. I want you to type gold for fools, because that is what this holiday is. It is glitter painted on rust. It is gold for fools. Type it. Let the algorithm know that the resistance is here. And listen, do not just listen to this and nod your head. Do not just treat this as entertainment. If you listen to me and then go out and buy that VIP table, you are worse than the ignorant masses. You are a traitor to your own potential. You know the truth and you are choosing the lie. That is a special kind of hell. This is the moment. The year is ending. The trap is set. The cheese is in the mousetrap, and it looks like a party. Are you going to stick your neck out and snap it, or are you going to walk away? Let the other rats fight over the crumbs and go build your own empire. The choice is yours. But remember, the math doesn't care about your feelings. The market doesn't care about your resolutions. And I certainly don't care about your excuses. Wake up. Stay inside. Keep your money. Sharpen your mind. And let the rest of the world burn in their celebration of mediocrity. This is the CEO of Rats signing off. Now, get to work. Kill the rat inside you. Kill it before midnight.